Hidden in fragrant forested areas of Delaware and Pennsylvania are three of the famous DuPont family mansions and gardens. The three DuPont family members left Nemours, Longwood, and Winterthur to be enjoyed. Today we will be touring Winterthur. The Winterthur was built from 1837 for Jacques-Antoine Biedermann, 1790 to 1865, and his wife Evelina Gabrielle DuPont, 1796 to 1863. It was transformed from a 12-room Greek Revival manor into a 175-room colossus, predominantly under the ownership of Henry Francis DuPont. Through his passion for horticulture and Americana, DuPont purposefully transformed his home into the Winterthur Museum, Garden, and Library. In 1865, the estate was inherited by their son, James Irene Biedermann. But, just 2 years later he sold it to his uncle, Major General Henry DuPont, who purchased it for his as yet unmarried son, James' first cousin, Senator Henry Algernon DuPont. On the general's death in 1889, the title deed to the estate passed into the senator's name, and in 1902 he enlarged the house to 30 rooms, adding a new facade and library wing. The senator's only surviving son, Henry Francis DuPont, was born at Winterthur and adored his childhood home. The family recalled a letter he sent from Groton School in Massachusetts. "I am just wild to get back to Winterthur," and after studying horticulture at Harvard he returned a year later to manage the 2,500-acre estate for his father. He bred Holstein Friesian dairy cattle and took charge of the grounds and gardens before inheriting the family home on the death of his father in 1926. That year, he built Chesterton House as an experimental precursor for his ultimate achievement at Winterthur. From 1928 to 1932, DuPont carried out an extensive building program to his own designs that saw Winterthur increase almost sixfold to 175 rooms. He designed the size of each room to fit with various architectural details and sometimes entire paneled rooms salvaged from old, dilapidated or lost houses. Then he furnished each room with antiques appropriate to their era and geography. To mention but a few of the incredible variety of rooms created at Winterthur, there was the two-story hall with its magnificent murals taken from the East Springfield home of Ezra Carroll, 1783 to 1844, in New York. The opulent 18th-century Port Royal parlor, sometimes called the most beautiful room in America. Today, the estate covers 983 acres and its gardens and grounds were again the result of DuPont's own plans, executed over several decades. DuPont lived at Winterthur with his wife, Ruth Wales, 1889 to 1967, and their two daughters. Having established the non-profit Winterthur Corporation in 1930 as a first step towards creating a public museum, in 1941. In recognition for his achievements at Winterthur, Henry Francis DuPont received an array of accolades, including the first Thomas Jefferson Award given by the American Society of Interior Decorators.